Wow, can you imagine hearing those words? It all started right there, with one single moment of disrespect, and a curse so powerful it literally brought heaven to its knees. Those words, just dripping with fury, kicked off one of the greatest stories ever told.
Yeah, what you just heard? That was the spark. The very thing that led to the Samudra Mandhan. You might know it as the churning of the ocean. We're talking about an epic tale full of gods, demons, huge cosmic battles, all centered on this desperate search for immortality. So buckle up. Let's dive right in. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how did things get so bad? I mean, how did the Devas, these all-powerful gods, get so completely desperate? Well, our story really begins with a pretty shocking act of arrogance, and a sage who had, let's just say, a legendary temper.
And here he is, meet Sage Durvasa. This guy is a major player in our story. His name? It literally means one who is difficult to live with. And trust me, he earned that name. The legend goes that his temper wasn't just bad, it was actually born from the rage of the god Shiva himself. So yeah, you can imagine he was one of the most feared guys in the entire cosmos.
So get this, Durvasa, in what seems like a rare good mood, offers this beautiful sacred garland to Indra, the king of the gods. But Indra, he's up on his royal elephant, and he just kinda casually takes it and plops it on the elephant's head. Big mistake. The elephant gets a whiff of this incredibly fragrant garland, freaks out a little, and just tosses it on the ground. To Durvasa, this wasn't just careless. Oh no, this was a deep, profound insult.
And the fallout? Absolutely devastating. The curse wasn't just for Indra. Nope, it hit his entire kingdom. You know, the very essence of heaven started to rot. Gold lost its shine, jewels went dull, trees just became barren. Even their weapons became useless. Everything just withered away. And of course, with the gods so weak, their mortal enemies, the Asuras, saw their opening. They invaded, and it was an easy win. Just like that, the gods had lost it all.
So what do you do when you've lost absolutely everything? Well, if you're a god, you go to the one person who might, just might, have an answer. Vishnu, the great preserver of the universe.
And Vishnu's plan, honestly, it's staggering. It's so big, it's almost insane. He tells them, look, there's only one way to fix this. You have to churn the entire cosmic ocean of milk. The entire ocean. The whole point was to bring forth Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, and restore their fortune. But the sheer scale of this idea, it's just hard to wrap your head around.
But here's the kicker. How on earth do you convince your mortal enemies, the Asuras, to help you with a job this massive? Simple. You offer them something they can't possibly refuse. Vishnu reveals that the ocean won't just give up treasures, the Ratnas, it'll also produce Amrita, the nectar of immortality, and that one word, it changes the entire game.
So the plan basically becomes this wild cosmic to-do list, and every single step sounds completely impossible. Step 1, forge a truce with the guys who just conquered you. Step 2, somehow uproot an entire mountain to use as a giant churning stick. And for the grand finale, convinced Vasuki, the king of serpents, to let you use him as the rope. I mean, this is cosmic engineering on a level that's just, wow.
Okay, so the stage is set. We've got an alliance of bitter enemies, the impossible tools are somehow in place, and the main event, the great cosmic churn, is about to kick off.
And just look at this alliance. It's so tense you could cut it with a knife. You've got the Devas and the Asuras, who are actually half-brothers, believe it or not, standing on opposite sides holding on to the great serpent Vasuki. The Asuras, in a moment of pride, demand the head of the serpent. They think they're being clever, leaving the gods with the tail. That's a choice they are definitely going to regret. But for now, they're playing nice, because both sides are laser-focused on that one prize, immortality.
But right away they hit a snack, a huge one. The mountain they're using as a churner, it has no foundation. It starts sinking right into the muddy ocean floor. It looks like the whole plan is going to fail before it even starts. And just when all hope seems lost, Vishnu steps in again. He transforms, taking on his second avatar, Kurma, a gigantic tortoise. He dives to the bottom of the ocean and rests the mountain right on his massive, unbreakable shell. The operation is saved. Now the real churning can begin.
So for what must have felt like an actual eternity, they pulled. Back and forth, the whole ocean started to froth and boil.
And finally, after all that incredible effort, the ocean starts to give up its secrets. And what comes out is, well, it's both magnificent and absolutely terrifying.
First up, the treasures, the rottenness, start to emerge. And the very first thing to surface, the Kalp of Riksha, a wish-fulfilling tree. I mean, think about that. A tree that grants any wish. The power is just unimaginable.
Then, bursting from the waves come these incredible divine creatures. We're talking Airavata, a majestic 5-headed elephant, and Uchaishrava, a blindingly fast 7-headed horse. These aren't just pets, they are pure symbols of cosmic power.
And then it happens. The whole reason they started this crazy project. Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, rises from the ocean. And with her, everything comes back. Wealth, luck, prosperity, it all flows back into the universe. The gods finally have their power back. But here's the thing, the churning isn't done yet.
Suddenly, the tone shifts. The ocean starts to boil, and this thick, black, choking fog just rises from the water. It's a poison, a venom so unbelievably potent that it threatens to just dissolve the entire universe. It's called Halahal. Seems the churning didn't just bring out the good stuff. It also unleashed an absolute world-ending darkness.
As everyone else is freaking out, running in terror, one god walks calmly toward the poison, Shiva. To save all of creation, he gathers this world-ending poison into his hands and drinks it. In a flash, his wife Parvati grabs his throat with all her might, stopping the poison right there, but it stains his throat a permanent deep blue. And that's why, from that day on, he was known as Nilkanth, the blue-throated one, an unbelievable, heroic sacrifice.
Okay, the universe is saved. Now there's only one thing left to do. The gods and the demons, exhausted but determined, give one last, huge, agonizing pull on Vasuki, all of them hoping to finally claim that ultimate prize.
And with that final pull, a new figure rises from the ocean. It's Dhanvantari, the divine physician, the lord of Ayurveda. And in his hands, he's holding a glowing golden vessel.
They did it. Inside that pot is Amrita, the nectar of immortality, the entire reason for this insane cosmic tug-of-war. The key to eternal life is right there, finally within reach. This entire epic, all of it, has been leading up to this one single, incredible moment. So this incredible story really shows you the insane lengths that gods and demons will go to for power, for survival, and of course, for eternal life. It really makes you think, doesn't it? The gods and demons moved an entire ocean for immortality. What would you do?